Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the Angular. Today we are going to learn about the explain ng after view init hook with example. The ng after view init hook is a lifecycle hook in Angular that is called after Angular initializes the components view and its child views. This hook is useful when you need to perform some logic or operations that require access to the component's view or its child views. The ng after view init is a lifecycle hook in Angular that is called after components view and its child has been fully initialized. This hook is a part of Angular's component lifecycle and it typically used to perform operation that require access to the components views and the child components. When to use? Accessing and manipulating the child components, directives, or the DOM elements. In that case, you can use performing operations that depends on the view being fully initialized. Integrating third-party libraries that need access to the DOM elements. This is a syntax that ng after view init, logic to execute after the view is initialized. Scenario accessing the DOM element using the view child. Okay, so here we are going to use the accessing the DOM element using the view child. Okay, so here you can see that we have the template file. Okay, so in my app component I'm going to use that one, or I have the product section, right? So I'm going to use that in product. Okay, so let's go to the products. Okay, so here we have the product. Just hide this. Let me just scroll up this. Okay, so here we have our implements. Let's remove it. Let's add it. And we require the Angular core component after view init, view child, and element ref. Okay, in the Angular. Where is Angular core? This one. Okay, right. So any issues? Nothing. Then we have this template. I'm going to use this. Okay, so in the HTML part we have this. Let's save this. Okay, let's run this ngServe. So here you can see that. Okay, we have a products, right? Slash products div content. This is a sample div. Okay, so here you can see that div content is log. When I want to change the color, because already everything is initialized, I want to change the color, so color is changed. Okay, so what does it mean? Let's have a look. Okay, so the at the rate view child decorator, here you can see that view child decorator is used to get the reference to the div element. So here we have the div element. Okay, this is a reference. We are going to give the reference of that element using its template reference variable. So this is a template reference variable that we are using. After view init logs the content of the div. So here we are going to access the DOM element after the view has been initialized, and what we are trying to get, this dot mydiv dot native element dot inner text. I'm going to get it. Change div color. This is the method that we have demonstrate modifying the div element after it has been initialized. Okay. Key points. Timing. ng after view init runs after the component view is initialized, including the child views. It executes after the Angular has initialized the view DOM and the view child properties. Accessing the child components. You can access the child components or the directives in this hook using the view child or the content child. Cautious with updates. Avoid making changes to the bindings inputs or the properties in after view init that could trigger a new change detection cycle. Doing so will throw an expression change after it has been changed in checked error. This will throw an error, right? Example with child one. Okay, so this is the child component. Here you can see that. Let's take a child component and let's create this log message. Okay, so here we have a log message in the child component. So here I'm going to use in our, I think I will go with the user component. Okay, user, then we have a user ps file. Okay, so here I'm going to use log this log message, and this is child component, doesn't need this. Okay, and here you can see that we have a template, that is p child component. So here I'm just adding this. Okay, so here we have ng content, I'm not going to use it, just p child, and this is app user, right? So in our parent component, here we have, I'm going to use that one. Okay, and this is after view init. So view child component I'm going to use it, and I want to access the method. Okay, in the child component, right? Accessing a method in the child component, that is in the child component what we have, log message. So this is all child component dot log. After everything is initialized, I'm going to access the method of the child component, right? Okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to just use this one in our parent. So products are in my parent one. Okay, so here I'm going to just add this, and I want to access this one, right? So here I need to just go with this. Let's go to the product components, and here I'm going to just add this implements. Okay, child component, here I need import the child component, right? So let's import the child component. Import user component. Okay, here I want to go with user component, right? So user component and the user component. Okay, still error, I need to import it, right? So control tab. So here the user component, I want to go with the imports, right? So let's add this so that error resolves. Sorry, the error is because it's not app child, it's app user. If I go and check over here, this is app user, right? So just update with the user, app hyphen user. Okay, and here also I will go with the user. Okay, so here you can see that the error resolves, and let's go and check. This is the child component message from the child component, right? So here what is it, it logs the message from the child component. Let's explain a very brief. What I will do, I have a child component, right, with this template child component, right, and with the method. Okay, and in the parent I'm going to call this with the help of the selector, that is app child, right? So here with the help of the view child, I'm going to access the methods of the child component, and this is possible, right, with the help of the view child. And after all the values are initialized, or the DOM is initialized, and in the after view init, I'm going to access the method of the child component, that is log message, and this is how I can get it. When not to use after view init: for initializing properties or the data that don't depend on the view, prefer ng on init. When operation can be performed during component initialization or the data binding, right? So here we have something, right? We have a template with some reference. Okay, so with the help of the view child, I can get it. Okay, and this code will run after the components view has been initialized, right? In this example, the my component has a template that includes div element with the template reference variable my div, right? We use the view child decorator to get the reference of this element in the component class. The ngAfterViewInit method is implemented as a part of AfterViewInit. Okay, so this is what exactly the use case or the scenario based ngAfterViewInit. Hope you understand what exactly it is, and also the view child, how we can use it. Any doubt, any query in that, do let me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.